My name is Victor Zashev, and I am a covert stutterer. These 10 signs that I am about to show you right now are from my personal experience. 1. You try to conceal your stutter at every possible speaking situation. And if that doesn't work out and somebody asks you about it, you become emotional. Right now, you can't imagine finding the courage to admit to a close friend or to anyone for that matter that you have a problem. But in the small chance that you have actually admitted to someone already, which is a step in the right direction, by the way, you feel cringy, right? For the few days afterwards that you did that, you feel uneasy because somebody has finally discovered your secret. Or maybe when you're at a restaurant with your friends and the waiter comes by, in fear of you blocking and embarrassing yourself in front of all your friends, you order what is easiest to say or what your friends ordered, not what you actually want. The second sign is that your stutter isn't really that severe, but nevertheless you dread and hate yourself because your speech isn't perfect 100% of the time. So that may mean that when you're with friends, you're most relaxed, and even if you do stutter a little, you aren't bothered by it. You are most stressed when you speak to people with authority or when you're put on the spot in front of a large group of people like your classmates. That means that you don't volunteer in class if that's all avoidable, and you don't raise your hand to read an essay or an excerpt from a book. The third sign is that you keep track of who knows your secret. So that may mean that when you're talking to strangers or people who don't know you personally that well, you try to keep your stutter absolutely hidden at all costs, and when somebody realizes that you blocked or they hear you block, you mark them off in your mind. You think that whoever knows your secret will treat you as less of a person, even though you have no evidence of this. You haven't heard anybody talk about you in a bad way because of your stutter or anything like that. You don't have any evidence, but you're sure that whoever knows you stutter will think about you differently and will perceive you as less of a person. The fourth sign is that when you go to bed or when you daydream, you relive your most embarrassing stutter moments constantly. You imagine the silence in the room when you try to speak but you block and everybody else is just waiting for you. You imagine all the presentations that you screwed up because you blocked, or any other embarrassing moments that your stutter may have put you in. And if you want to hear more about my own stuttering stories that haunted me for a long time, you can watch them here. The fifth sign is that your heart beats faster. It beats out of your chest before an oral examination or a presentation that you have to give. And just a quick tip, if you're suffering from this issue, please just volunteer, have the courage to volunteer early and get that presentation or oral exam out of the way as fast as you can. You will only save yourself more stress. But anyway, you overstress before each presentation or oral exam. You have stomach aches and, as I said, fast beating heart, and also you struggle to breathe. That were my own signs of stress. And also you imagine all the ways that this activity could go badly. You run through all the negative outcomes in your mind before you sleep the day before, and on your way to school and in the class before the presentation. All of these things I did. And then when the bell rings after the activity, after the presentation or the essay, you feel bad, you feel anxious, you want to switch topics as fast as possible if you're talking with your friends, because even at the slightest block, you consider that whole experience a failure and you remember it that way forever. 6. You almost always negotiate with your classmates in a group presentation. You offer to write the whole presentation and that they would have to present it. And on the whole, you hold yourself to a higher standard in the slides that you assigned yourself. You you quite frequently do a better job and give more effort because you feel always inadequate because of your stutter, so you put in more work than everybody else to compensate. Which brings me to the next point. You are a perfectionist. That means that you are a high achiever in school. You have high grades, you hand in all your homework and all your assignments on time. Or you like to exercise regularly and your physique is quite good for your age. But you feel that nothing you can do will ever make up for the fact that you stutter. Or maybe when you see someone that you know in the street, you act that you have not seen them because you don't want to risk stuttering on a word, on a greeting. And you also have problems with greetings. Like, used to have a problem where I would say the informal greeting to a teacher, and I would always feel bad afterwards, like I'm an asshole, because the nature of spontaneous greetings was always a hard thing for me to manage, and I would always feel bad because I actually respected the teacher, but I just don't have time to breathe and say the formal greeting, and I just go with the default and easy to say informal greeting. Sign number 8. You envy other people's speech. You think that writing an essay is 10 times easier than actually reading one, where it should be the other way around, and it is for everyone else in your class. Or you hate the fact that every person in your class could just go in front of the whiteboard and present something on a whim lazily without putting in that much effort beforehand, where you have to read the script 10 times and memorize it and do mock presentation to even have the chance of it going smoothly. And you hate actually hearing other people speak after you. Like for me, that was when I read something publicly. The teacher graded me on that performance, and then she went on to the next person. And I always hated that comparison between my reading and the other person's, because I always felt that I was the slowest one, and I was. Sign number 9. You pretend that you don't have a stutter, that you don't have a problem, but you also struggle day to day because of it. That means that you haven't actually admitted how serious of a problem your stutter is, even to your parents. You don't go to speech therapy because you think that your stutter will go away by itself. After every embarrassing situation, you cry about it. You say, oh, after the next one I will pursue something, after the next one and the next one, but that moment never comes. Sign number 10. You feel that whatever you do, you won't ever have all the friends that you want or the romantic partner because of your stutter. Even though, as I said, your stutter isn't that severe, You feel that it controls your life, it controls your every action. You feel hopeless because of it. You feel depressed that no matter what you do, nothing will make up for your stutter. On that point, I have made a video on why every convert stutter shouldn't feel that bad because other people have it much worse, and that video you can watch here. You feel that you'll die alone because of your stutter. Now, if any of this resonates with you, I think that it's time to take action. I have made a video on the first 10 things that every stutterer should do to start their improvement that you can watch here. And also, if you want my personal one-to-one coaching to help you go through the 10 steps and give you feedback on it, because it's a very long journey, you can click on the link down below right now. If you want to support the channel in any other way, you can watch this video, you can subscribe, and you can of course have a nice day.